And hello everybody. We're having another flight today with the Monkey Show. Today we're going to be flying from Tripoli to Benghazi in the C-47 Skytrain. Unfortunately, Moondog won't be flying with us today due to some technical difficulties. He kind of buried his plane in a sand dune somewhere, so he's being dug out right now.
No, I didn't. It's just a technical difficulty. I'll be there. Just an hour late.
That's how long it's going to take him to finish getting his plane out. But anyway, Zig will be flying with us today. We'll be taking off here momentarily. So, hi there, Mr. Moondog. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. We'll leave it at that. I'm doing fine.
Hello, monkeys.
Hello there. And that other voice you hear is ZIgZagy. So like I said, we're going to be flying today from Tripoli to Benghazi. Should be about an hour and a half flight or so?
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't look what it was going to be in this plane. I think it's a little more than that, isn't it? Wasn't it?
2 hours 51 minutes.
Why do I not have a nav log? Oh, there it is. Yeah, what did you say? 2 hours 51 minutes?
Yep.
Yep.
399.3 miles.
Oh, we better get going.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. I will tell you guys, I'm a little under the weather today, so if at some point I sound like Kermit the Frog, my apologies. But
hey, Evan.
Oh, Kermit, you're so wonderful.
That was creepy on a lot of different levels. So.
Right.
And because of that, you just completely threw me off of what I was getting ready to start to do.
Before start checklist. Parking
See,
brake.
Isn't it much
checked.
better if I'm flying instead
Doors
of monitoring your
Battery.
channels and
Hey, Evan.
talking?
Yes, Captain. Ground power.
It's a switch over there.
GPU disconnected. Generators.
That one and that one.
Both on. Beacon. Is on. Nav lights. Checked on.
Beacon.
Cabin
Beacon.
signs. Is on. Ignition master. On. Magnetos.
Yeah.
Checked both off.
158.
Fuel quantity. Left main. Check.
Something else I forgot to do. I got to throw everybody out of the aircraft.
I didn't do that either. Or set my fuel.
Because with this much weight in these aircraft, well, it's going to be like a 4-hour flight.
So I've got you guys' streams on, but I don't have the sound on, so I'm not hearing Ernie.
Okay.
Are you actually
Right
doing your
main.
checklist with him,
Check. Right
calling
auxiliary.
out everything?
Left auxiliary.
Who are you
Check.
talking to?
Fuel selectors.
Yeah.
Either or both of you.
Yes.
Okay. I gotta look and see which one I'm in before I start spouting
Checked.
stuff.
Carb heat. Checked on cold.
Zigs.
Trim. Set to 0.
So far, Zig,
Cal
your
flaps.
stream looks very nice with your
Full
internet.
open. Mixture. Idle
It's still
cutoff.
green, yeah, but we gotta wait till we start moving.
Throttle is cracked. Prop control.
Mine has been jumping to red like
Full forward.
by now.
Plate controls. Elevator full up. Elevator full down. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Rudder full left. Rudder full right. Checked. Before start checklist complete. Okay, let's start engine 2.
You didn't close them when you got done?
I don't know.
Did you go cold and dark, or you just started from?
Well, I hit cold and dark,
Okay, starting the
Okay.
right one. Fuel pump.
so I don't know. Maybe it didn't reset those
Starter.
or something.
Cranking to right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Left,
9, 10, 11, 12,
Rudder
13,
left,
14,
rudder right.
15. Megs on.
I'm
Both
probably
on.
behind.
Mixture.
Evan, I'll take you to get that. They are flying from Tripoli,
Checked.
where we left off, to
Prime.
Benghazi
On.
along the southern Mediterranean coast there.
Engine 2 starting up.
The goal is to get into Benghazi, and then from there we'll go into Cairo. As we fly
Oil
into
pressure's
Cairo,
coming up.
depending on what we see, we may dip down low enough to catch sights as we come into Cairo, and then the next flight will actually be flying around Cairo,
Engine
looking at
2
pyramids,
stabilized.
Sphinx, and other interesting things.
Starting the left.
Jet up
Fuel
towards
pump.
Alexandria and the Egyptian
Starter.
Delta, and just do a
Engine is cranking.
sightseeing.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Payload. Yeah, payload
Megs
should
on.
still be
Both
basically
on.
a little bit.
Mixture.
I do need to change my fuel.
Checked. Prime. On.
Top off the tanks. Although I probably didn't really even need to mess with it.
Engine 1 starting up.
No.
Gotta have a little bit of weight in the plane, right?
Oil pressure's coming up.
Alright, that's all looking good. So,
I jumped over the other one. Did you get it started?
oh yeah, no problem.
Engine 1
No
stabilized.
Did you run it all the way up to full 100%? That's what I've been doing, and it starts up no problem.
I just
Instead
flip.
of
I just flip it up to the auto rich.
yeah.
So, how you doing, Evan? How's everything going good for you still?
ID would be HLLT to HLLB, as in Harry, Larry, Larry, Terry to Harry, Harry, or Harry, Larry, Larry, Buster. And I did that on purpose.
Before
Harry,
taxi
Larry,
checklist.
Harry, Larry, Larry, Terry.
Inverters on. Avionics on. Magnetos both on. Fuel pumps off. Tail wheel unlocked.
See ever shaking.
Flaps
Second
checked.
left engine started.
Mixture.
Good
Auto
job,
rich.
Draco.
Wheel chocks.
You know what
Off.
that means? You can fly.
Before taxi checklist complete.
How about that? I can fly. Alright, so we're looking good. Engines are warming up nicely. Take a look here and see how Zig's coming along.
Yeah, I'm wanting to reach up there and flip levers for him.
Engine 1 starting up.
Out of here, well, here.
Alright.
Which way are we wanting to taxi out to depart?
Well, you would be headed west or east, but
Yeah,
You want to depart east?
sure.
but don't let the guy sitting in the back seat make all your decisions for you. As Draco put it, you'll end up in a sand dune somewhere.
That's interesting. It's not giving me the, can't contact the ground. I wonder if it's because of where I'm parked. Think?
It might be, but they're wanting us to taxi to 27.
Okay, well I can do my before taxi real quick and then I can just follow you.
Okay.
Did you do your before taxi already?
Yep.
Well, slow down, will you?
They're on Join FS, Evan. You don't have the issue of the latency that FS Cloud has. And if you're in FS or Join FS, it's the digital theme park.
Yep.
Digital theme park room server hub.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, that's what it is.
And digital theme park is broken up. It's individual words. Digital space theme park.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are, Draco.
Okay. Got to push my parking brake in. I'm gonna push back.
You should never watch the time on the timer on your downloads.
It's like watching paint dry or waiting for water to boil. That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Yeah, Evan,
Yeah,
it is a download, but it's free and it doesn't take very long to download.
Yeah. It's actually a very quick download. No, but I'm watching the timer and it's going like 41 minutes and so many seconds, 41 minutes and 40, and then all of a sudden it goes 45 minutes. I'm like, no, wait a minute, wrong direction.
Well, you are watching two streams and on Discord at the same time, so you're using a lot of internet.
No, but the download speed hasn't changed. Actually, it's gone up.
Yeah, because it wasn't using a maximum bandwidth anyways. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Steam was down throttling or whatever you call that, or regulating.
Yeah. Yeah, which they do. I've gone from the one that I'm at is the Pittsburgh location. I've gone to Chicago. I've gone to different ones. I've gone to I even went to North Korea and it was still 1.1 megabytes. Digital theme park, not carnival. Go digital carnival and you'll end up in the wrong spot. But with the Join FS, we've been able to get within
Wingtip to wingtip.
Yeah, we've actually gotten beyond wingtip to wingtip. And it's not like there's a lag between it. We are all seeing the plane at exactly the same spot almost.
You behind me, Zig?
Yep, right behind you.
Alright. We're gonna be turning right up here on a taxiway K.
Okay.
No, he said K, not okay.
Roger, Roger.
If you take taxiway OK, you'll end up in the sand dune where Moondog is.
Probably. Actually, I'm at 10.5 gigabytes downloaded. I'm actually probably done with the game, and it's downloading actually like Rex 4 and the Duchess and the trees, the DLCs, because it downloads all that together.
Yep. Well, if I remember right, I think the game itself is like 12, isn't it?
Is it 12? No, I thought it was like 9.5 or something.
Hi, Ari.
I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't know.
returning.
It's quite a little bit. All right.
Alright,
I didn't look
I-
both ways before I crossed the runway there.
Yeah, neither did I. We crossed it the American way.
Just go.
Yep.
We got clearance. Clearance.
Roger, Roger. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
There we go, Draco and Zig. You already have likes on your video already.
Yeah, we're special.
Thanks, Moondog. You gonna do your pre-takeoff or whatever right here?
I'm just asking for clearance. I'm gonna do my before takeoff out on the runway.
Gotcha.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27.
That's where it should happen, as long as they've given you enough time and clearance to do that. But if you're sitting there waiting behind him, getting half of your pre-takeoff done when it hurts. I'm not sure if you've already done it, Draco, but as you pull out there, can you get an outside view so that we can see what you and Zig look like? Because I think in yours, we see both skins.
That's weird. Why wouldn't we see it in mine? I only see
your skin, and not his is the generic. But I think
Correct.
in his, I thought I saw when he was parked.
Yeah, his is the Congo. I can see it.
Okay.
Well, I wonder why that is.
Draco's special.
I've been saying that for years. Nobody listens to me though.
Before takeoff checklist. Mixture.
Yeah.
Auto rich. Prop control. High RPM. Trim.
But
Oh,
it's two nice planes.
Nancy just brought us some coffee.
Set and checked. Flaps. Checked. Cowl flaps. Set trail. Landing lights. Both on. Pitot heat. Checked. Fuel pumps. On. Tail wheel.
You do.
Locked. Before takeoff complete.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Ari and Evan are ready.
I'm ready.
Alright. Bring her up to 30. RPM's up. And the 40.
Flaps. One
Bit of
quarter.
flaps.
Your view there, Zig, that I'm watching behind you. You were floating around the cabin like you were like on a hat tracker, but I know you're not. Is that
V1.
that
Rotate.
Easy dock.
easy dock?
And we're up.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Gears going up. After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Gear up and lock. Go gear lights. Up and lock. Go lights. Flaps. 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 Up. Landing lights. They're up. Are off. Fuel pumps. Off. After takeoff checklist complete.
Alright. And for our climb, we need to have our RPM between 2350 and 2550. Oh, pull that back just a bit.
You're mad at me because I wasn't cleared to take off.
Zig's getting hate mail. And 35 to 42.
Did you try and go back and go to ground, or
Yeah, they wouldn't let me.
Douglas, Charlie, Uniform, Kilo, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Alright. And
Tripoli departure, Douglas, Niner, Quebec. grid. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Douglas Niner, Quebec Charlie, view from Kilo, Tripoli, departure, squawk 1463. Squawk 1463, Douglas Charlie, uniform Kilo. Douglas Charlie, view from Kilo, radar contact 4 miles west of Tripoli, 2,300.
Alright, now I'm making my turn to intercept GPS.
Cleared visit Charlie, airspace. Douglas Charlie, uniform Kilo.
Alright, you know what I just did? I scrolled down on the screen to look down on your controls,
Yeah.
and it just scrolled up the page and didn't move down the.
Okay, let's climb. 25. Manifold pressure 35 to 42. I'm still a little high on the. I'll just go down.
Lock. Up to.
Alright, now we should be in the green and set for our climb.
Yep. We set it for 6,000, right?
Yep. I think I ended up ahead of you, Draco.
Yeah, a little bit.
I locked onto the GPS right away, yeah.
But I'm up higher than you.
Alright. Very good.
Alright, there we go.
There are two monkeys flying in the air.
That is a nice skin for this plane.
Yeah. We need to find an Egypt Air skin next. I don't know if there's one for the Dash 8 or I don't know.
Or one of us has to get skilled at making skins.
I
Not
don't.
it.
Yeah, not it. I don't have time in my calendar.
I don't have time and I don't have an artistic bone in my body.
You know, and if I wanted to put my logo on them, that's one thing, but to try and match existing.
Right.
Well, and this one wouldn't even be existing. This would be retro. Or to make one that looks retro and says Egypt Air or something like that. I don't have time in my schedule for that. To do a couple flights in Egypt and be gone.
No, but we could definitely get some like I'm still doing it. I'm like hitting the space bar and trying to scroll around the outside of your plane, Zig. That's it. I'm done watching you.
Here, you want me to look around a little bit?
No, I went to Draco's.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Well, I'm actually purposely bouncing back and forth and stuff to
Just kidding.
keep your guys' chats nice and classy. You guys have done it for me enough. But yeah, you know, something on the engine cowls or something. You know, a couple logos or something.
In all fairness, though, usually your chat starts to go downhill a little bit once I hop in it. I don't think you have to worry about any icing conditions today.
I wouldn't think, but
I'm sure if you get up high enough.
Carburetor air temperature is only 1. Just saying.
You know, if you don't have like gauges to check and read and all that, you end up doing stuff like eating a handful of Starbursts.
Yeah, we can hear you eating.
It sounded like you were eating glass.
Yeah, right? I'm like, well, Moondog opened a bag of something to eat. Desert scenery.
Yep, not much to look at.
We should be bouncing out over to the coast, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you did VOR, yeah.
Police departure, Piper 7, Tango 2, Kilo November, is type Piper departure, 4 miles west of Tripoli, 2,100. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Piper 7, Tango 2, Kilo November, Tripoli departure, squawk 3522. Squawk 3522, Piper 2, Kilo November.
There we go. I just thought of the next game for gaining Moondog credits. Guess what Moondog's eating?
Starburst.
Not currently. I'm saying like on other streams.
Well, I know if I hear the clanking of a spoon in a bowl, then it's usually probably cereal.
Or ice cream.
Or ice cream. Now, if I hear the scraping of a fork on a plate, maybe some type of pasta. And if I hear crinkling, I'm guessing it's probably not a bag of chips, more likely a bag of candy.
Okay. the spoon cereal or SpaghettiOs, yeah. The fork with the pasta, that's pretty close because it could be rigatoni or spaghetti or whatever.
Better open a window.
I
Somebody's
got you
sick
figured
and
out too,
back.
Draco. Okay, let's go over to Zig's stream for
that's lovely. Ernie goes, better open a window. Somebody just got sick and back.
Moondog's not flying.
My flying's been quite good. I haven't even missed all the mountains when we were flying up in Alaska. Yeah, for anyone watching, that's why we're going. There's no reason to worry about icing conditions. We decided to take a, we weren't streaming that night. We decided to do a flight. We flew in Alaska, 10,000 feet in Alaska in the winter, causes certain parts of the engine to freeze and clog up.
Yeah, no good. No good.
Which then causes certain parts of the body to clench and tighten up.
As you fall towards the mountains. Your options of staying away from that issue is to either fly just over the top of them and hope that you miss them, or fly around them at a lower level, which is what I was doing, but
A little bit of clear air turbulence.
you guys don't watch enough movies. I was just going to make a movie reference that would have gone just right over both of you.
What's wrong, Zig?
Oh, my stream health just went to red.
I was just going to comment that it wasn't too bad. It got a little fuzzy there while you were making your turn to head east, and then it cleared up again. So.
Well, I don't understand why it's doing that all of a sudden.
Douglas Charlie, view from Kilo. Contact Tripoli Center on 120.9.
I get it.
Oops,
You know,
wrong
we
button.
did several streams where it never went to red.
For Douglas Charlie, uniform Kilo.
No, had no issues, and Frida was having issues constantly, and I'm like, I don't understand, because, you know, okay, granted, I'm not in Oregon where he's at,
Right.
but I wasn't having any issues at all. I'm like, okay, then what has it been, the last week and a half?
Yeah. Well, just since Saturday for me.
I keep hearing a strange sound. I don't know what it is.
When we did our other streams previously, sometimes it would go to like yellow for a little bit or something, you know what I mean? And then go
Yeah.
back to green, but I've never, when I've been streaming since I've had this internet, had it go to red like it has in the last week.
Well,
Hey,
you're still
Captain,
in the view
Irene
over
said to
the
give
left
you a
engine,
big thank you
and
for
it
last
looks
night.
really sort of clear with what I'm watching.
Well, that's good at least, but is it buffering out at all, or is it stuttering?
No.
Because I dropped
No.
my bit rate again. Oh, see, now it's back to green. So, nope, now it's red. It's like, what about yellow? How come we can't go to yellow? Somewhere in the middle. Why do we got to go from bad to okay to bad to
Right.
terrible
Now-
to?
I don't want to insult you in any way, but I go full screen and it's a little fuzzy. But that's also because it says with quality auto 240p. So I don't know.
Well, it shouldn't be that, I don't think.
Christ, I think I'm
Right.
flying the party plane here. I got people
Unless-
thrown up and back, and then I got somebody telling the stewardess named Irene to thank you for the fun last night. And I think I got Zig's beer cans rolling around back there because Ernie said something about hearing something rattling around. So must have been a hell of a party in Tripoli.
Yeah, we were kicking it, and you're playing in Tripoli. Sorry. Let's see.
But Draco's watching Draco's with the auto, his quality is also at auto 240, and it's about the same look. If anything, just slightly fuzzier, and he's got the better computer, so it might be even on my end that it's fuzzy looking.
Right.
Well, that actually is going to be on your end because if you're not getting the full bandwidth for both streams, then
That's
YouTube's
true,
going
yeah.
to set it to whatever it is so that way you're not buffering. So,
Yeah.
because I know I'll have that if I have like
Cruise, we need to go to auto lean.
if I have something where it like my internet's being crappy or something that day,
23.
It'll default to whatever matches the. What's going
Right.
on here? Hold on a second. Gotta look at something.
He's gotta go look at something. One of the stewardess came up and said, "There's a fire in seat 42."
That's a big ass C-47 if there's 42 seats on this thing.
There's only 30.
I know.
Unless you count the people we have strapped to the wings.
They're the ones that in the cargo hold.
Well, for all we know, one of them caught fire when the engine started up, so. They'll be fine, though.
What, were you having an engine problem there?
Who, me?
No, Draco, he was.
No, my manifold just looked like it was a little lower than what I thought it was, but no, it's right on.
I was going to say, I was just dialing in my cruise settings, so.
No, from flying all these prop planes, and whenever I see something off with the manifold, I start paying attention really quick. remember when we did our flight from Canada to Ireland, and I blew the engine, blew my number 1 engine. The first time, first thing
Would
I
you
do.
like to restate the way that you said that?
Right. So, what is it, Moondog? Does your brain start off like most bowling tournaments? First one's always right in the gutter.
No. My head never leaves the gutter, and it only gets deeper. So.
All right. So I had an engine go out on me on a flight. Zig, so help me if I catch up to you. I'm gonna knock you out of the sky. Anyway, and the first indication I had that there was something wrong was when the manifold pressure dropped on engine 1.
Right.
So now every time I see the manifold, the needles even jiggle on the manifold pressure, I get nervous.
And it's a fair thing, and that's actually a correct thing to be doing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely good that you're being a good pilot.
Because when, like you said, in these prop planes that are realistic in that regard, when it started falling out of the sky last night and the carburetor started freezing up, the first sign was the drop in the manifold pressure.
Right.
Yeah. And then on top of it, as we get a little more experience, because we are sort of all new at these planes and flying in general, we start dialing up realism, where there's faulty parts and stuff happening.
Yeah. Speaking of dialing up realism, I was going to slide those faders all the way up, and I forgot. Meaning to do that. I feel like I'm ready. I haven't crashed in a while.
Yeah, I have all my sliders turned up.
Time to raise the bar to the maximum level. At least in that regard.
12 gigabytes downloaded under 15 minutes.
We might have to stay flying around in Africa for a while so I can keep the skin on for a little bit.
Just because we leave Africa doesn't mean you have to change the skin.
Well, I know, but you know what? The Eastern and the United are nice looking skins too.
Right.
We can fly around in the continental U.S. There are other ones depending on which way where we head to. If we go down to the Caribbean, there's some Caribbean skins. I don't know if I didn't really check them out too much. There's a ton of skins for this plane. It's a very, very popular, as you can imagine, plane because it's awesome.
Now, if we ever end up down in the Caribbean or going to like the Bahamas or something like that, I'd like to fly float planes. They're slow, but I've never landed in water intentionally.
Intentionally. Yeah, explain intentionally.
I've never landed on water either way yet.
Well, see, what had happened was I was flying along minding my own business, and I thought I was aiming for a runway when I had first started flying, and didn't realize until it was too late that I was actually aiming for the Chicago River and landed in it in a Cessna.
How do you mistake the river for a runway?
Yeah, right. It's be the.
I'm not being critical. I'm just asking so that someone else can maybe learn.
I was 12 and it was daylight, and I saw lights along each side.
12. You were 12?
Yeah, I was 12 when I first started playing this game.
That was only like 2 weeks ago for him.
Oh, right.
Moondog, so help me God.
That's just a couple years ago. That's right. I forget.
So yeah, 1996.
Yeah.
Well, if you go 96, I was How old was I? Wait a minute. I was 26.
Yeah, I wasn't playing this in '96, but I might have been playing. Nah, that was after
No, it
even
was
the
13.
Sega Genesis, wasn't it?
No, right around the same time. Sega came out
Yeah.
like 95, 96.
That late?
I think so. I don't know.
I can't remember either.
No, I do believe that was earlier than that, but 96 I had my first computer and I was ending my first marriage, so.
And for those of you who are too young to have known what graphics were like back then, graphics on a computer back in 1995, 96.
I was going to say, take your Minecraft and then make it look worse.
And then
Yeah.
smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And only 2D. And that's what you had.
And you know what? That's why I don't play Minecraft. Or any game. I lived through that era. I lived through 8-bit graphics or whatever they are. I'm done with it. I'm moving on.
Well, you know, there is one game that I play that's pixelated, but I really like. It's called Stardew Valley. It's actually a pretty cool little game. And I mess around with it from time to time. It's not
Yep, you can have it.
it's not a bad
Been
little
there.
game.
Been there, done that. You know, I started on Pong, so
Yep.
I remember
Yeah.
playing Pitfall on
Yep.
Atari.
I hated
that. Oh,
Pitfall. Pitfall sucked. My sister kept, let's play Pitfall. Why? Because you can go all the way through every freaking level? No. You know what happened? Can you guess what happened?
You fell in every pit.
I fell off the freaking vine. I couldn't catch the vine. I kept jumping and falling in the hole. Where does that maybe sound like? Like maybe 7 Days to Die? Any other game that we play?
So it goes back that far, does it?
Yes,
apparently
it does.
Apparently it does. Yeah, my uncle had Pong, and he would let me borrow it, and we would play that.
And
That
actually,
was the first video game I had.
and actually, my first video game I remember playing, my dad had it when he was a teenager, and it didn't even have like any real graphics. You just put like an overlay over top of the TV screen, and then it had a HUD that moved
I
around.
remember that, but what was that?
Was it ColecoVision?
No,
No.
because that was after the Atari.
Yeah, it was actually the better Atari than Atari. I remember seeing what you're talking about. Never had it though.
But yeah, if you wanted to play like the baseball game, you had to put the baseball overlay over the screen. If you wanted to play football, or whatever the game was,
Yeah.
Oh, over the TV screen?
over the TV
Yeah,
screen,
you-
it was like a transparent overlay.
Oh, I don't remember
so
that.
so that the lights that you were playing represented you running down the field or running around the bases.
I don't remember that.
Because they couldn't put the actual field and the players together, so they sent you the film to put on there so that as your players ran around, it looked like they were running on the bases.
Right.
And they
I don't
weren't
remember
really
that at
running.
all.
They weren't really running. They were like blipping in and out of existence as they ran down the baseline.
Yeah, and then
I
there was
recall that, but it just didn't. I never had one.
yeah, my dad had one from when he was a teenager. That was my first experience with like console video games.
I still have my Atari 2600 in the basement.
Those things, people will pay a lot of money for those now.
The problem is I don't have the joysticks.
But that's probably half of what they want because everyone's got broken joysticks.
If you
Yeah.
have a place called Disc Replay down by you, check there because they always seem to have Atari stuff.
I mean,
the g-
I'm sure on
computers.
Google
Right.
you could find them, you could buy them, but
Yeah, but then you're paying what you're paying the markup. The guy that has a computer store, he went through one of those. This is a bunch of old crap from my husband and who passed away, and he hoarded all this stuff. And he's found recently Commodore 64 and 128 like hard drives. And,
awesome.
And the tape cassette saving, you know,
Yeah.
that you saved everything onto your cassette tape. So yeah, he found that recently, and he goes, "There's the gold mine."
Alright. Well,
See, my Atari joysticks are broken because of Commodore 64 is where they got broken, because you could use your Atari joysticks with the Commodore 64.
Yeah, and then you beat it up playing the early, wasn't Techno Football, and it wasn't Madden, but I don't think it was Madden.
no, Madden wasn't around back then.
No,
No, it was something football though. I had it
on Commodore 64.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember playing Jumpman Jr. a lot.
Alright, well, I'm going to leave you guys with this view because I am going to run and grab me another cup of tea so I can continue to talk.
Okay. Well, go away. We're going to talk old stuff that you're even too young for.
Yeah. I played.
So don't make me reshoot this, Mike.
We played a game called Jumpman Jr. And then there was some like it was some sort of kind of like Olympic Games game.
Yeah, actually, I remember that one.
I don't know if it was like triathlon. No, it wasn't that, but it was something. But you did like, you would do like kayaking and
the kayaking,
summer games or something like that. Yeah. Pole vaulting and all kinds of stuff.
Javelin throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
That.
I did good in the weightlifting.
Yeah.
It had weightlifting, like the two different weightlifting things.
Yeah. Called played that game a lot.
And then the diving.
Yeah. Yep.
With the there was no male divers, so you had to. Yeah. And because this is what I did, because I didn't want to just be the kid in the U.S. making sure the U.S. won all the time. I went with Ireland, and dove. The country that I represented was Ireland.
I think I played
that one a lot.
I think I played a flight sim game on there for the first time. I didn't have one. A couple of my buddies had one. We always played over at their house, but I think I played a flight sim on there for the first time, and it was like
Afterburner was on that, I think.
I don't remember.
I think that's the one
it was pretty boring because the graphics were like, green is land.
Yeah.
Blue is water. And,
yeah.
And it was just like there was no
more
texture.
Green and humps for hills and stuff.
I'm not sure if they even had. I don't even remember humps. I just remember green and blue, and that was about it. And that's all you got. It wasn't. There was no texture per se or anything like that. It was just.
Yeah. You were up there to shoot down the other planes, and at a distance you couldn't see them at all. And then all of a sudden they pop up, and it's a image of a plane. So. Yeah, that was Afterburner. I is the one that I'm recalling. The other one that my friend and I played a lot of was Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird basketball.
Oh, that sounds a little bit familiar.
1-on-1, and then which was completely fitting because I did like the Lakers and he did like the Celtics.
Right.
So guess who was who? It was there was no choice. And then the other one was the football game, and I played like a single season one day, and I played this team, and I don't know if it was a college team or something. I racked up 100 and some points to 7. And I was pissed that somehow they scored that 7.
I don't remember playing football on the Commodore 64.
It had to be the 64 because after that was the IBM that sat on the desk, and my mother used it for bookkeeping. So that one I could only do like intellectual type games. We actually had a stock market game,
Right.
and that one was fun in the sense that, and I wish it had it still. You played with actual companies that no longer exist. NCR, National. NCR and National and the National Cash Register company
Right.
and stuff like that. So it's like these places don't exist anymore. And it fluctuated where you had to buy and sell stock to make the money. That's the only type of games that could go on that computer for a while.
It's hot.
Who's hot?
My tea.
Oh. Oh, hot tea. Cold beer.
Temperatures look good. What's your speed at, Zig?
72.
147. Just at a nice mellow cruising speed.
Bumped it up a bit.
Everything's happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy days.
I haven't tried it yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. But when I first started watching how to fly this plane, the guy who I was watching said that you can actually have your engines catch fire. I kind of want to see
Dan? Yeah.
Kind of want to see what that's like. Of course, on the ground though.
Well, I think if you left the, but I think it needs also a fix, doesn't it? Because don't they stay stuck in either open or trail? You can't get them back to closed.
What's that?
The cowl flaps. Close the cowl flaps, overheat the engines.
Yeah, it seems like I noticed that with the cowl flaps. If you try and do it yourself, you can't. You can open them or close them, but you can't put them in trail. And if you have the autopilot, if you have your co-pilot do it, then you can't control them anymore.
You can put them in trail.
You turn them to 50%. It states it, but then you can't get them back out of trail even.
Oh, well. I haven't tried to get them out of trail, I guess, but you know, if you hit your middle mouse button, they go to trail. Or is that having the co-pilot do it?
I know I have the co-pilot do it because it's easier than looking over there and trying to figure out what's going on, where you exactly have them set.
If you click with your mouse wheel, it'll go to trail.
Oh.
Whether or not you can get them back out of that, I don't know.
Oh, there's
a nice view right now.
There's a lot of sand out there.
Huh?
Real nice view. It looks really nice and clear. I mean, exceptionally clear at the moment.
And I'm at 2,000 bits, BPS, or whatever.
Yeah,
my bit rate is at 2,000. I'd lowered it down.
Well, right now it's on HD.
Hoping to get the stutter out of it is what I was hoping to do.
Quality Auto 1080 HD for you. And Zig, that's Zig. Draco is also. Nope, he's at 480 right now, but his looks really nice at the distance that he's in.
Yeah.
I dropped it to 2,000 to hopefully I was having that little stutter. It would go like 5 seconds and have like just a little bloop and just a little pause, just ever so faint. And then it would go 5 seconds and have just a little boop. Just a slight little pause.
Draco's is now HD at 720.
Oh, so because that's what I should. That's what everybody should be seeing is 720, 30 frames per second.
It was on my end because guess what? Flight Sim's downloaded. which means only one thing.
They
I gotta
finally,
load it and see if that error's
they finally
gone.
dug your
If it-
plane out of the,
Yeah, well-
sand dune.
I'll tell you what, if it's not there, I'm going to, if that error's there, you'll know.
Wow, I have not dropped a single frame tonight. That never happens.
Yeah, I haven't dropped a frame either.
Never.
I had the other night when I was having the poor quality,
That can't be right.
I didn't have any drop frames.
I wonder if it's because I set my bit rate to 2,000.
Could be.
But according
Might be
to
the-
OBS,
That might be the magic number for me.
yeah, because according to OBS, I'm at about 5,030 frames per second, and I'm only using like max 8% of my CPU.
I didn't look at that. I still can't believe it says zero drop frames. Yeah, I'm using 40% of the CPU. 30 frames per second. I just can't believe I haven't dropped any frames. That's never happened. Never. No matter what game. Not just in this game, but any game that I've streamed.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be the longest flight we probably, well, I can't say ever, but more than likely we'll ever do in these planes.
Tripoli approach, beach 5, Alpha Yankee
That's
Romeo,
it.
Victor
You know what that
42,
means. I just gotta do one
7,000
better now. I'll just have to do a stream tomorrow and just do it longer. Why, just to do it?
Why not?
Yeah. So you have your settings.
I do like the sound of this plane though. It's just humming along.
Do you have a buffer size in, are you on CBR? On your settings there, Draco? Or Zig?
CBR is just for recording, isn't it? And all that?
No, streaming. Arrgh! Flippin' scenery error. And the one for the Akron Canton. I just did that for absolutely nothing.
Where do you? I don't know where you see the CBR. Where's that at?
Output, rate control.
Is that under advanced?
I have it at
yes,
I have it at
yes.
CBR.
CBR, that's what I thought it was. And then the bit rate is
Well,
2500.
yeah,
No,
for you. it'd be 25.
Mine's the encoder. Is that the encoder?
No, under advanced streaming, you have output controls. Then you have it at the top under advanced instead of simple. And then I have it at,
I'm under. Hold on, I see it.
All right, so
I'm stuck on simple for some reason.
So anybody
That's
who's
right.
watching this with sound, if somebody can tell me how the sound is, are the engines too loud? Is the voice audio too loud?
I'll do that here in a second for you. Because I'm out of my settings there. Go away from it. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I have mine set at CBR, and now it also depends on I think your quality also depends on how you have your CPU set in OBS. The faster you have your CPU go, I believe it is, the better output. So CPU usage, the higher you set it, the less CPU that you use.
Yeah. I was listening. Your speech, my speech, nice. Can not hear the engines very much, so
maybe crank the engines up a tad.
Yeah, you could probably do your game audio up just a little bit. If that's the desktop audio for the game.
Well, your voice, your guys' voices also come through desktop audio. It's actually.
Yeah, I have it set that way too.
Okay.
All right. So sorry, guys. Real quick, I'm just going to fix this.
Hi, Seahawks. 737. How are you doing?
I'm just gonna crank it up a little bit. Okay. I cranked the engine sounds up just a bit.
All right, I'm gonna go listen to Zig's here in a second.
So, Evan, are you still watching?
I see the coast coming.
Yeah, I do too.
Woohoo! Something to look at besides sand. This is a pretty sand texture, but really, come on, sand.
You guys are, your sound's better, Draco.
Thank you.
And Zig, yours is like his was just a minute ago, where it's the voices are nice, we're clear, but your engine noise is a bit light if you wanted to hear it.
Ernie's all excited. I see the coast. I see the coast. I think Ernie was about to go a little bit on the batshit crazy side, looking at all the sand.
Oh, wait a minute. I still gotta get rid of that. That's gonna become annoying quickly.
I'm ready to get to the coast.
Yeah, definitely.
You're ready. I'm telling you.
Definitely with Rex 4, the water in the sky looks better than the ground. So, I much prefer to fly over the water because I like the way the water looks. If I ever get the chance to get Orbix, I'm sure it makes a big. I've heard it makes a big difference. And from what I saw on your stream, Zig, it looked.
I don't even see you back there anymore, Draco. Did you pass me?
No. See where
how far are you to SRT? Are you on your way to SRT?
I am.
I'm 81.
92.
Well, you're not that far. I wonder why I can't see you. Yeah, I don't see your call letters or anything back there.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm at 149, so I don't know why I'm not catching up with you.
Yeah, I'm at 148. I could back off a little bit.
I might be able to squeeze a little bit more out of these engines, but I almost got them at full. Well, hell, that's probably one of the reasons.
Do you have flaps down?
Oh, I forgot to flip it over to auto lean.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Alright.
If everybody else can see the map there.
So I was choking my engines.
So here's a
Would you like to try
little
and restate that.
little overview of the map here where we're headed. We took off over here to Tripoli.
Tripoli Center, Douglas 9er, Quebec, Charlie, Uniform, Kilo, with you. Douglas 9er, Quebec, Charlie.
Well, we're gonna make a turn here, I guess, pretty soon to get over to Benghazi. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make a turn and then it's
Water?
the final leg. Oh, yeah, then we're over water and it's the final leg to the airport.
Right. That makes sense. There's me. There's Draco. Refuses to put his name in so we can see him for sure.
I put my name in a while ago.
No, you're 9QCUK.
That's my name.
Sometimes you just want to throttle them, don't you? Well, let's put it this way. Do you want to choke him, or do you want to choke me more?
You don't have your name in either, just saying.
I did, but I haven't. I'll fix it. Give me a minute.
I don't know if that's your tail fin you gotta change or what.
It's call number
I
somewhere,
change it.
and
I change it on the plane in FSX.
yeah.
Zulu India
See
Gulf.
that.
That's what they always call me.
I try and do MM202.
Now I will say tomorrow I can't make. I'm not gonna make any promises, but there's a chance I might be doing an air hauler passenger flight stream tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Which I'll have to look and see what time that one is. Depending on what I'm
Boy,
doing,
my ass is tired.
I'll join you and we'll do.
Ernie, I don't need to know why your ass is tired. You can keep that to yourself. But if it's the right time, I might try and do the Akron Canton to Boston flight.
Yeah. Okay.
And if not, then I might do Akron Canton. Do an ad hoc Akron Canton to Midway or something. But I would look for it probably around. I'm gonna shoot for 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time.
Clock Central, which would be 3. That'd be fine, because I'll start mine just a little bit early to be with yours instead of starting at 4.
Okay.
Well, are you going to be doing a monkey stream? Say.
Well, mine normally starts about 4, so I would just be, if I was watching BP's, BP does his at 2. So I'll just do mine at 3 instead of 4, and I'll fly with Draco.
I got you.
And
Or
it would probably only be like an hour and a half or so.
flight anyway. Yeah, and
With
then
takeoff
afterwards
and
we
landing.
may just hang out with the rest of the guys and do whatever we normally do afterwards, which is something silly.
So yeah, if anybody's interested in seeing that tomorrow, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified when we go on next.
So, yeah.
And Evan, if you're watching, thank you for the comment on that little video. That was a very rough draft of something I'm working on, so hopefully I'll have it all done here in the next week or so, because it takes me a while to get things done, you know, with real life issues, whatnot. I only get to spend maybe an hour working on stuff, so.
And if anybody is interested in getting this game, I know when we streamed Saturday, there were a few people on that didn't have the game. It is on sale at the Humble store for $12.50 for a couple days. I don't think it's going on for very long, but check out the Humble store. That's about half price, I think, wasn't it? Isn't that what we decided the other night? It was like 25 bucks.
Yeah, I think it's about half price.
So that's a pretty good deal.
And to be honest with you, where else are you gonna find a game that's a 1-to-1 for that price?
A what?
A 1-to-1. So it's real life. You know, it you know, 1 minute in game is 1 minute in real life. And
yeah. Although some of us fly at 2 times and 4 times speed and
8 times speed. That's just for work, though. That's just air hauler hours.
yeah.
are you sure you don't accidentally have yours set for like 4 times speed right now or something? That's why you're pulling so far ahead.
Oh no, I could. You wanna?
Oh, it's quite all right.
Hey, Ian, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I would be greeting everyone and talking, but I'm actually trying to get
Get your stuff installed.
Yeah.
Yep, he's sweeping the sand out of his plane right now, so he's almost ready.
I actually have the Basil and the Douglas C-47 in. Could at least take off and.
I mean, if you did like 2 or 4 times speed, you'd catch up with us.
Yeah, I could.
At least we're flying along the coast now and got a little bit of water to view.
Because I'm 69 giggity miles from our turn.
So where is? Why is it not pulling it up?
I do love the way the coral looks in the shallow water.
Yep. I am down to like 144. I still don't see you.
I'm 148. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you're probably going to end up landing before me. Are you getting ready for a turn?
I don't know. It's a good question. Nope. Says I have 55 miles to my next waypoint.
Okay, so you're just out of sight of me because I am 65 miles.
Alright. I'll be right back. I need an environmental break. And a refill.
And a refill. Okay.
Make sure you light a match in the lavatory. Oh, I'm such an ass sometimes.
You know what this thing did not do, and I can't find it, is it didn't make a icon on the desktop, and I can't find it on the programs because it's actually in Steam, so I gotta find out how to
Well, if it's in your Steam
I
folder,
got-
all you should have
I
to
got
do
it,
is
I
go
got it.
there and pull the icon out.
Yeah, that's all I was doing, was trying to find the thing there. I'll put in aggregate and stuff later.
And anybody who is thinking about flying these planes, whatever you do when you're in flight, do not open these windows. Unless you like not having hearing anymore.
It must be a sound thing, because mine's not that bad.
Oh, mine is. When I open it up, I can't hear anything.
You must have your
I think
other sound turned all the way up.
my environmentals are fairly high up.
Yeah.
Here's your coffee, boys.
Now the
Thanks,
question is, should
Nancy.
I do that or should I do that?
Oh, Nancy just brought me coffee. How nice of her.
There's the Basler, there's the Duchess, there's the Duke. You know what? I should go up in the F-18 and see if I can't shoot you guys down.
Oh, Moondog. What's that? 149.
HLLB.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like the C-47, but I cannot wait to be flying my 377 more.
Well, too bad. You gotta fly with us.
I'll get my 377 and blow your guys' wings off.
Local time for you, wait a minute, is what?
Old.
Should be what, about 6?
Tripoli Center.
Where the heck
Sierra
is this?
X-ray Tango November Hotel.
It is
Type Baron, 1 mile
6:20.
Request flight following.
6:19.
Sierra X-ray Tango November Hotel.
How did you get off? It should be 20. Alright, that's alright.
Nope, I'm sorry, 7:19. Full time.
4407 East Tango November Hotel. East Tango November Hotel.
Oh,
Radar contact
Zig, you just popped in.
southeast of Hotel
I just popped in.
Yep, I can see you now.
Oh, gotcha. Yep, I see you back there.
Sure was fun last night, boys.
Nancy, I don't know what you're talking about, but I wasn't involved in that. I think you're thinking of Zig. You all were messing around in the plane. But with the beer and the throwing up.
Oh, it was a party. You should have been there. I don't know where you were. Sleeping? Were you sleeping?
Probably. Zig may have accidentally found himself a bottle of tequila.
Oh no, no, there was no tequila.
Alright, let's take a look at the water.
So that would be... Oh. There it is. Digital theme park. Join.
Are you getting any turbulence or anything, Zig?
A little bit.
Because I'm bouncing
Swinging around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm bouncing around a little bit back here.
And in the background, we should be hearing Draco's phone going off.
Nancy was just talking about how fun it was last night.
Actually, you won't hear my phone go off because I've had it on vibrate.
Uh-huh.
I just saw mine flashing. Yeah, glad we tore up Draco's plane and didn't make a mess in here.
Yeah, I don't know. I may just have to ditch this plane in the ocean and start over.
Clean it out. Nothing a little power washing can't handle. You'll take care of it just fine.
I'm just trying to figure out what you all did to the coat closet because it's not right now.
You don't want to know.
Alright, so that's there.
I hear a lot of banging and kicking around, and it sounds like there's a goat in there or something, so I'm just going to leave that door shut.
You have to talk to Ernie about that. I don't know nothing about it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's my theory Ernie likes to drink a little bit. Well, a lot. Because he'll sit there and sing to you, and then he starts talking about his ass hurting, and...
Again, I don't know nothing about that. You have to talk to Ernie. I mean, I was there, but, you know.
I had nothing to do with it.
Moondog, was that the sound of your steering wheel still plugged in?
Nope. Thank you for reminding me. Yep, it's off. It's out. You know, I just noted. I just looked up to see where I'm at on the intro because I have it going.
Yeah.
Right.
And as I speak over top of it, and then it pops up. We instead of will they land at the same airport? It's the they land at the same airport.
Is it going to bother you now that you saw it?
It's one of those, and the only way to fix it is go back through and redo the whole thing.
Yeah, because you didn't save the project or whatever, right?
Yeah, right.
Did you learn your lesson, Moondog? Save
Yes,
the
I
project?
did. Yeah.
Or proofread.
I was trying to proofread.
Yeah,
and
but
read.
you know, you have
When
to
you're
have
doing
somebody
your
else
own, yeah,
proofread. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Why do I have 2 maps? I don't need 2 maps. Oh, do I do that or do I do that? You guys are almost halfway.
We still have 30. I still have 37 miles till the turn. Then I think it's another.
Oh, you popped into Benghazi already?
Yeah.
Where you go? Wait, you just waiting for us there? I thought you were gonna fly.
I
with
was
us.
thinking of flying out to you and flying back.
Oh.
Well, we have 36 miles till until our turn, and then another 197 miles after that.
Or how far have you flown?
I thought
so
you were
far?
I thought you were gonna take off in Tripoli and like 8-time it to catch us.
Yeah. Well, the 8-timing it on the video might not be so nice, so well, but we'll do it. We'll go that way.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Over this terrain, it probably looked just like real time.
Yeah, because there's no features.
There ain't nothing going by except sand and a little bit of water now.
That's Harry, Larry, and Terry. Yes.
I don't want to know what's going on in the back of your plane when you get a Harry, Larry, and Terry.
Well,
You have to ask Ernie. The only one that knows what's going on back there.
this is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. Yeah, I know. That went over most everyone's in the room's head, but
Not
that's
mine.
okay.
I got it.
Bob Newhart.
Okay. Okay.
If you do the 8 time though, just let the rate don't do the air traffic control because you'll be hitting that button like nonstop.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. Like I left mine alone. I stopped talking to them. That's ridiculous. I'll talk to them when I need to talk to them. Otherwise, you know, they're handing you off 53 times to the same different places.
Yeah. Pretty much I've gotten to the point now I talk to them on takeoff and on landing.
Yep. Just leave them alone in the middle. That's exactly where I'm at with it. It was fun for about 10 minutes and then it's like, okay.
Well, besides we're flying VFR anyway. If we were flying IFR, then we would need them because they would be telling us to make course corrections. But
Yeah.
since we do VFR, you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Technically. All right. So.
Yeah, my plane's getting knocked around back here.
Oh.
You getting beat up a little bit?
Yeah.
Let's throw main screen on. Welcome to the stream. I've got black screen and now I don't. We have here. Let's go.
I love
Windows.
black screen.
Yeah, I know. It's so in, you know.
That's what everybody's doing.
Just stare into the
Right.
black screen and then make up your own images in your mind. It frees your
Right.
mind, man.
And on top of it, I'm going to have to go back and change all of the captions for it too, because it's still the last one. Because I'm trying to rush through so much.
That's nothing new.
Yeah, I know. Laugh it up. I want to jump into this real quick and do pre-flight and stuff. For those watching, we were flying with Zig and Draco. Technically, they took off because, as Draco put it, my plane was in the sand and they had to unbury it. I think it had to do something with this party that was on their flight.
Well, that's what we
You
did
know?
during the party. We buried your plane in the sand.
That's what I thought. I was just waiting for confirmation.
Moondog, I had nothing to do with it. I was asleep.
Draco was sleeping. Yeah, you have to ask Ernie. I wasn't really there. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So-
Ernie.
Maybe, but
Ernie
maybe,
and
but it was
Harry.
Ernie's idea.
It was Ernie's idea.
It was Ernie
yeah.
and Harry, Larry and Terry, and
Yeah, right.
then they ended up coming back with a goat. And now it's in my coat closet, and now it's in the closet in my plane. Not even asking about that.
Yeah, you don't want to know. But if you want to know, you gotta ask Ernie, because
I don't know. He said his ass hurt, so I'm good with all the information that I have.
All right, battery on. Battery off.
Oh God, what am I doing with my life? When I'm talking about a guy's ass hurting and a goat in a closet.
yeah, Egypt's not very exciting to fly over. Just saying.
Well,
We're
we're
not
not
in-
in Egypt. We're still. This is Libya.
Wow, what a party! What a party town!
Yeah.
No wonder we got bored and buried Moondog's plane. Nothing else to do. Tired of staring at sand.
Thing is, Moondog had to get a damn metal detector out to find his plane.
Yeah, we did. Well, we were bored. There's lots of sand. Larry had a skid steer, so we were able to make quick work of it. He knew a guy who knew a guy whose sister's brother-in-law had a skid steer we could borrow.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Now, did you use the skid steer to shove the plane into the hole, or did you do it by hand?
That we
I-
did by
I-
hand.
I should be outside here looking at these flight controls because who knows what's still dealing with the.
Just blow them out with the compressor. It'll be fine. Well, psst, psst, be good.
So, Moondog, when you started up your engines, did you blow a sandcastle out?
I'm at that point now. I'll let you know. Okay. Although I'd rather a White Castle at the moment, but you know.
Although, if he's got enough sand in his engines, when it starts up, he's just going to sandblast his wings.
They need to be cleaned.
Do you guys have White Castles up in Akron?
Yes.
Do you have them
There's
where you're at, Draco?
Oh, I have one like every 5 miles.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing you have them down in St. Louis areas.
Oh yeah.
Missouri area.
Yeah.
You know what? When I lived in Macon, Georgia, there was no White Castles. They had the southern version called Crystals.
Yeah, there's not a lot south of here.
Coming up.
I mean, they've started moving south of here over the last, several years, but
yeah, that's one of the funny things that I've noticed. Once you start going farther south, you all of a sudden start seeing like fewer and fewer like White Castles, and you can always tell when you're just about to hit like the Indiana-Kentucky border because you see your first Waffle House, and then every 5 miles afterwards there's a Waffle House.
yeah, right. We got one of those too. I don't ever go there though.
Up around here we got Denny's all over the place.
We got those too.
Yeah. We've got a Waffle House across from the Denny's, and we got tired of going into Denny's and sitting for half an hour before we got even the orders taken, and then it took forever for.
Well, see, that's why you only go into Denny's when you're drunk, because then you don't know how long you sat there, and you don't care how crappy the food is.
Yeah, but at the same point then, we had to quit going in there because my wife would go in there and order just, a pancake and a couple eggs and all that, whatever.
Well, that was the first mistake.
No.
That's not what you get there.
But I'm ordering the lumberjack. I'm ordering the lumberjack breakfast and like a second lumberjack breakfast or something else. I'm eating both breakfasts, and they're like, and then they take extra long to make them. It's just like, what? You can't make 2 breakfasts for the same person?
I'm flying over there's an airstrip out here in the middle of nowhere.
All right.
It's like the only thing I see. It's like desert, and a runway. Oh, I wonder if that's that air base. Better watch out. Get an RPG up my tail here.
I will say Denny's, well, I haven't been there in many years since I quit drinking, but their omelets used to be really good.
Yeah, I like the omelets.
I always used to get the Super Bird sandwich. That was really good. It was a turkey with bacon, and you had to get it with no tomato, of course, on a grilled sourdough. Not sourdough. Was it sourdough? All right.
I think it's sourdough.
Yeah.
I think so.
You get with no tomato, and you get the ranch dressing on the side. You dip it in there. Oh my God! That's it. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go to Denny's. we don't have one here in town. But I'm making a turn.
Yeah. It should be like almost right over top of that air strip.
Yep. I just made the turn. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Back in my wilder days, it was either after a night of drinking, you ate at Denny's, or you went and you got like a case of 30 White Castles.
Well, this plane's just going to drive over the grass because it can.
Do you guys have round the clocks diners where you guys are?
Round the clock?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Waffle House and Denny's.
Well, round the clock is like a Denny's.
It's like
Waffle
that's
House
the name of it.
Yeah. Anyway, I remember we used to go. Me and my friends, on the nights we weren't drinking, we'd go there and we'd sit and we'd drink like 12 pots of coffee, just watching people walk in and out. We'd sit there from like 8 o'clock at night until like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Just people watching?
Just people watching. We were regulars, so the waitresses knew us when we walked in. They'd already have everything waiting on us.
Me and one of my buddies, we would go to the airport and people watch, but that was back when you could like go. They didn't have like TSA. You could like walk out to the gates and stuff and just hang out and walk around, and that was always interesting. We just, you know, like you said, just go grab a coffee or something and sit there and hang out and just people watch.
But where I grew up at, there was an airport, probably like 10, 15, not even, probably about 10 minutes to the south of where I lived. Anyway, you know, and this was back in the early 90s. We used to go and sit at the end of the runway and watch planes land and take off all day.
What the heck?
As a matter of fact, today I drove past there. They got it all fenced off now, and security cameras everywhere. But I did see a Cessna 172 taking off. That was pretty cool.
I haven't been there in a long time, but at the international airport at Lambert, St. Louis, you used to be able to go. I'm sure you still can, because it was like a road or whatever, but people would pull off, and there was a spot where you could park there, and you know, the planes would come in to land like right over the top of you. They had it fenced off then, even way back then, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I could see us three monkeys having a tailgate party, watching planes land.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Hell, we could go down to the little one in my town here, Festus, and talk to them nice enough. They'd probably take us up for a ride. Because I tell you, we used to go down there. I used to take Jake down there, and we would go watch him skydive, and everybody down there was just super friendly.
Yeah, we'll just walk up to him and be like, "Hey, can you take us for a ride? Moondog love you long time." And
all right, let me put it to you this way. I'm done talking to you. Forever.
You're muted. You got muted.
Yeah.
He turned you off in Discord.
Let me put it to you this way. Yeah, I'm setting controls. That's why it's a black screen at the moment. Yeah, let me put it this way. There is now. Don't go into my chat. You're going to get timed out. Why is this thing?
You've already been muted on Discord. I can't hear you anymore.
Yeah.
Can't hear you. Whatever you're saying, I can't hear you.
good because I'm not talking.
Should be hearing him. He's not muted on Discord.
Hi.
This thing. What is?
Are you in the area? What are you doing?
No, it's like the controls aren't working right.
Did you rebind everything? Get everything set up so it recognizes your joystick and whatnot?
Yeah, and I even did calibrated it. It's just, it could just be what I was doing there to start with.
I'll be back. Time for more tea.
Tea, air quotes.
Yeah. All right, see, I'm trying to turn this thing, and normally it would turn a whole lot better than this, but it's like it's not turning at all.
You calibrate your joystick?
I did. Ken.
I just turned that stuff on.
And now it's just still spinning to the frickin' right.
Should just left it alone, kept on flying, and just said okay on the
Yeah,
air
I know.
and not worried
Trust me,
about it.
yeah. I know. Trust me, I'm.
Because that's all it does, right? Is does just pop up a window and say error, and you say okay, and you go on about your business.
That's what I. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have left it alone.
Well, now you know. Just leave it alone. Took you 2 days to figure, to make it that far, but whatever.
access.
Draco's not making. Oh, he's down to 7.7 miles, but by the time he catches me, we're going to be there. I can back it down a little bit, but at the same time, I just want to keep it rolling. Yeah, like we're going to do any formation flying. Hey, wait, there's green spots on the desert. What the crap? What's that all about?
What is up? I'm just trying to turn this thing to the freaking left and it's not wanting to go left. Full left rudder and it's not. I don't even have like the steering wheel turned in.
So my wife's at the Incubus concert tonight. Are you an Incubus fan?
No, was it? Weren't you guys at that like the other weekend or?
That was Chevelle.
Sure. Okay.
She got like a meet and greet thing. So she got to like, whatever, meet him, I guess.
I have the wheel lock off, it won't rotate.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, how much you want to bet? Wasn't there something in one of the files in this thing that you had to change?
I don't think so.
For so that way you can control the plane with the throttle, with the
with,
pedals.
with the rudder, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to go to, instead of game capture or window capture, we'll go display.
So I just had an email pop up on my
So-
phone from Steam.
So that's in the one
FSX
file.
on sale?
No, a new farm sim game that's been flying under the radar just dropped up called Real Farm Sim.
You need to pay a little bit more attention to your Discord feeds.
Because
somebody-
yeah, that's
Somebody popped that up today, a little while
Yeah.
back. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I don't pay that much attention to old posts.
it wasn't
this
old, it was
afternoon.
today. Yeah. Probably might have even been when you were on there farming.
I wasn't well, I wasn't farming. My son was.
Oh, okay.
So wait a minute, that's going to be in the folder for the plane itself, isn't it? Anyone remember how to do that?
No. Oh, yeah. That's where you just had to move the two slash lines.
Right. Okay. And
The
that's
two
in,
forward slashes, right?
Yeah.
That's in the
think
config
so.
file.
Right, and that's.
But I
in
don't
Steam.
remember where. I don't remember where you had to find. I don't remember what line it was, but I don't remember what you need to search for. But it's in the config file.
Yeah, and don't you have to put the two forward slashes?
Is that? Wait a minute. It's that's in the plane itself under sim objects, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And that's under the where are you? Douglas C47.
Steam, Steam apps,
Yep.
common, Steam apps.
And
Steam.
you don't want the you want the default, right? No, you don't want the default. You want the regular
No.
one. The default one is
just the config.
right. Is the backup for when you screw this up.
Yeah, because like
And
don't be me, because I was changing it in the default one, and
Right,
was
it's
getting mad
Control
because it
F to
I was
find,
getting mad because it wasn't working.
and it's actually is contact on that.
SpongeBob Pineapple, what's up, buddy? I remember you.
How can you forget it? How can you forget SpongeBob Pineapple?
I know, right?
Probably one of the best names I've seen pop up in a long time.
I know.
Is that's steer angle?
Didn't it have something to do with rudder or something like that? Or
Wait a minute, I'm trying to read here. Alternative main gear.
Hey, Skipper, who's this girl Irene I've been hearing about?
Trail wheel lock.
I don't know no Irene. Ask Zig.
Who?
Ernie asked me who this girl Irene is that he keeps hearing about. I said, I don't know, ask Zig. You guys were the ones partying last night.
He doesn't remember? Well, Ernie, I'll have to fill you in a little bit later. After we're done with the stream, I'll fill you back in on what happened with Irene. You love my channel. Awesome, SpongeBob's Pineapple. I like your name. We watch a lot of SpongeBob in this house. I know most of the episodes. I think I've seen them all, probably 3 or 4 times each, at least.
Wait a minute, it's this one. This one gets 2 slashes. And this one gets removed.
We're totally out over the water now.
Yep.
And then save. And close, and then close that. Yes, you are.
So, let's see here. This,
I'm catching up with you. 7.5 miles out from you now.
okay, yeah, so we're going to be over the water, yeah, heading straight into Benghazi then.
Alright, so here, free flight. The fun of flight sim.
Yep. Over the Mediterranean Sea, rocking it.
Is that the Mediterranean, or is that a part of the Gulf of Tripoli or something?
Well, now you're going to be all particular about it? I don't know. It says Mediterranean Sea on the map.
It's water.
It's water. It says Mediterranean. I'm getting ready to fly over the words that say Mediterranean Sea. Is there a Gulf of Tripoli?
HLLP.
And
Is there a test? Is this a geography test? Because
Yes, it is. Yes.
probably not going to do well. Just saying.
aren't we?
That was not my thing. I was an art major.
I'm thinking we're a little far east. for it to
So
be the
you are
Gulf of Tripoli.
technically like 752 now. 'Cause I've taken forever to try and get more taking off. Fly now.
750. So yep, you're right on.
Pretty darn close. Yep. So we're gonna go to window capture, game capture. Nope. Display capture. Window capture. There we go. And we are sitting on the runway. Why? Because we just do.
It's only 11 o'clock my time. Yeah, it feels like we've been flying a lot
All right.
longer than 2 hours.
Because we've been looking at sand. That's why.
You know what? It controls a whole lot better that way.
And hell,
And now we're just looking at water.
exciting stream for you guys to look at.
I can't pronounce that, but hi, welcome to the chat there. So I now have this.
Well, I gotta go look now.
Well, it's dot and dash. I think he was in here previously. To be honest, I think I recognize that. I just can't say that. All right, so I'm not going to go cold and dark. The question is now: do I try and catch up from there or not?
Oh,
We
that
still
one.
got it. I mean, we still have an hour until we land.
Yeah, but it would. If you look at the flight time, it's 2:50 for flight time.
Yeah, but if you go like 8 times or something like that.
Or can you do 16? Is there one above that?
Oh yeah.
Just be careful you don't go too fast where it causes flight sim to crash.
You could just say, you could just go with TV on his name.
TV, yeah.
I don't know what the other symbols mean, but you could just go with TV. Just saying. Okay.
First, nothing but sand. Now, nothing but water.
Nothing but water.
There's not even a freaking cloud in the sky.
I know, right?
Right.
So we can go in the cabin, look around and inside this awesome cabin.
I mean, hell, at least give me a cloud to look at or something out here.
Check out the bungee cords holding this plane together. There's one up there right above the emergency escape.
And then there's 3 holding the compass together.
Right. And I love when you start up the engines and stuff, it sits there and vibrates around like it would. This is such an awesome plane for being free.
And I think I have baling wire holding my tail on.
It's possible.
Alright, so...
A little bit of duct tape over here and a coat hanger.
Well, that's your radio.
Right. I had a buddy who used to have an old El Camino when we were in high school, and he was
How often does the map refresh? I can't remember.
He would be like, "Oh, I can fix anything on this thing with
There it is. Okay.
with some duct tape and a coat hanger."
Cold and dark callouts. Do we want to do the stewardess? You never know what she'll say.
Do you want to rephrase how you said that?
No, that's fine. The wife is asleep.
Okay. Just thought I'd throw that one back at you. You kept asking Draco if he wanted to rephrase. Thought maybe you would want to change.
We'll leave the stewardess box ticked so that there's a stewardess on board, and we'll use stewardess because that's what it says, not flight attendant. Okay? If we made everyone happy or unhappy, depending upon how you want to look at it.
We're kicking it retro tonight. This is vintage aircraft, vintage terminology.
Okay. Then I want to.
It's all good.
I was thinking one night it'd be fun for us to do formation flying in helicopters.
Cool. I'm for it.
Helicopter?
Yeah.
That would be something. I have not flown a helicopter.
All right. Let us do this. Parking brake. Do we need to do the callouts? Yeah, we'll do the callouts.
You're still not in the air?
He's doing a cold and dark start.
I just got it in the right spot, flight planner and all that. So yes. Going through the check real quick.
You're gonna have to go like 16 or 32 times speed to catch up.
To catch up, yeah. Am I worried about catching up? Well, you guys may land and be done, and then everyone will just have to watch me land by myself.
And we'll go to bed, and everybody will have to tune into the Moondog stream.
Right.
You know what? To have a good landing, I need to change my picture over here.
Yep, the one person watching my stream, which I am very grateful for. Thank you for sticking around.
We're gonna zoom in here, and we're gonna change from Maryland to let's see. No, we don't want the dog. We're going red bikini.
See, Maryland's my good luck charm. I haven't had a crash with this plane since as long as Maryland's picture's up.
Yeah, I'm going red bikini tonight. You know, maybe if I'd figure out how to get my wife in there, she'd let me play a little more.
And for those of you who don't know, that is Marilyn Monroe.
Who?
Jeez, Moondog, If you were in my chat still, I'd time you out for that.
Who?
What was her real name?
Norma Jean.
Yeah, Norma Jean.
No, Jean. Yeah.
Which, if you ask me, Norma Jean is a hotter name than Marilyn Monroe.
If you don't know who she was, she hooked up with the president.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
But she was an actress and a model, and as far as I'm concerned,
Okay, go back to she was a model and she tried to be an actress.
And hooked up with the president.
She was in quite a few movies. My favorite movie was 70 Ridge.
No, she was, but they quite literally fed her each line as she went through. It was they.
But in all realness, though, how many actors or actresses now aren't fed lines all the way through?
Yeah, now you busted it open with Moondog, the movie buff. So you have to deal with that.
They haven't made a good movie in the past 25 years. They're all just remakes.
Oh, come on.
What's wrong? Stream acting up again?
No.
He's commenting on
I
your.
disagree with your, they've made a couple Star Wars in the last 25 years and weren't too bad.
And it's not even that. Actually, the first Red Dawn was a whole lot better than the remake.
Ooh, yeah, the first Red Dawn, that was a good movie. I remember that one.
And that was 1980s.
Yeah.
That was in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I guess it was.
But, I mean, Top Gun, Red Dawn.
Come on.
All right, see you, SpongeBob's. All right, we'll be here. We got a little bit before we land. Hurry up.
To be honest, I actually really like and can't find enough of is Midway. Movie Midway.
The movie
Yeah.
Midway. I like
a
that
movie
movie.
Midway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With, was it Charlton Heston?
Charleston Heston's one of them. I mean, you can't name all the actors.
It actually even had a very, very young, he played Punch on Chips.
Yeah, he was Chili.
Yeah.
That was the pilot name. And,
Eric Estrada?
Yep, he was
Eric
in it.
Estrada.
He did speaking of him, he was at the, we have a Harley dealer in town here, and he just this summer he did like a meet and greet there, or what, I don't know what you would call it, but I'm sure they paid him to come in and sign autographs and that kind of thing, but
Oh yeah.
that was interesting.
Now, the movie that I considered better than Midway was Tora, Tora, Tora.
It probably was. I didn't see it. I just, for what Midway was and the significance of it.
Oh no, I'm not denying
Yeah.
that. Midway was a very good movie. I own it. And then
We're set to taxi. We'll do the ground and let them know that we're taking off, and then that'll be it. Shift P. How about Final Countdown?
That's a Europe song.
Yeah, no, but that
Oh,
movie
you're
was.
talking about a movie?
Yeah, Final Countdown was the aircraft carrier. You got to be kidding me. The realism was turned on. I thought I had turned that off actually, but I did that before I re-downloaded this thing. Yeah, I just crashed with the thing trying to do the pushback. was it the Independence? One of the modern aircraft carriers goes through a
Oh yeah. I saw
time
that
warp, and they were actually going to attempt to stop the attack on Pearl Harbor, and they ended up not doing it because the black hole or whatever they went through came back through, and they decided that was their chance to get back, so they did. But Pearl Harbor happened anyways, and because of that, it was an interesting what if type movie.
Yeah.
Because if you really thought about it, modern day F-14s against Zeros, the whole Japanese Navy could have been taken out by them planes.
Well, with the firepower on one modern day carrier, they could have taken out the entire strike group and their planes.
Yeah, right. And then the one advisor that ended up on the aircraft carrier who was supposed to be there ended up off the aircraft carrier and ended up on a deserted island, and was sort of the chain that started the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how some people can loop movies like that.
Wait, what? She just said, Captain, I want to thank you for last night. I don't know what happened.
Ernie might have to fill you in.
Ernie, you got to tell me what happened, because, you know.
And tell me before the wife finds out.
Yeah. You got to let me know, just so I know to be able to defend myself.
There may be something involved with that goat.
Nope. I know we buried Moondog's plane, but I don't remember a whole lot after that.
Alright, so I'm going from where I was at, ready to go. That. Where's my, oh, because I crashed, I gotta redock these over here, thank you.
Do you see land yet?
No.
Oh,
I see you back there. You're about 7 miles now.
Yeah, I'm slowly catching up. Yeah, I was like, we gotta be getting close, and I look over, I'm like, 129 miles.
And before takeoff,
129 miles of water. Woo! On that note, it's time for an environmental break and a refill.
Yeah, I apologize to anybody watching this that this isn't more entertaining to look at, but sometimes you end up with flights like this.
You gotta fly over the water to get to where you're going. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Moondog would hurry up and get his stuff together. He could try and catch up with us at 32 times. I'll have to click over and watch that. I want to see what that looks like.
What's scary though is, as long as we've been flying over water, I turn around and look back, I can still see land.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. 2.7. Yeah, I'm at 2.7.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right, I'm getting ready to take off here. So yeah, this has been an interesting start to this, but yeah,
Hey, yours has been entertaining. I mean, you've been crashing. You've been giving them something to watch.
You think I really want to keep doing the entertaining? I want to get up in the air. We're lined up. Finish our pre-flight takeoff, which is lock that. flaps. And we're all set. Let's give everyone an outside view.
There's Zig, I can see him. If I zoom in 12 times, I can actually see Zig's plane. I'll be right back.
So we're going actually the wrong way, so we'll start rotating. And we'll go back inside. Go. Now we'll go through F. Now, what I'll do is do this one. Alright, we'll reduce power now. Now we'll do auto, not. Auto lean, both of them are fine. Okay. Auto lean pops down to 80 right now. Autos are 80 ish. Autopilot on. GPS, nav, lock. Altitude on for net, so we're all set that way. GPS, so we're all set. We're up in the air. We're taking off. We're taking off. We've taken off. Throw that over there. And we're going to, once we get in the right direction, we'll start bumping up the speed. Get over there, catch up. That looks good. That looks good that way. And now we'll back over here. Load. Open.
What do you mean, SpongeBob? What do you mean do more aviation?
Okay. 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 Save, yes. No. now that we're doing that, two things that I want to do is I want to kill your guys' stream on this computer. Climbing, that's all good. We go to aircraft, kneeboard, navlogs.
I have gained 0.2 of a mile on you, Zig.
Alright, so we're good that way. On our way, so next thing we can do is do option simulate speed 2 times per minute just till we get to height. Doing good. Auto lean. When you bump them back to auto lean, one thing I found out, don't turn them off.
Yeah, that's usually a good thing to remember.
I bumped it too far and had it in the off position. And I'm like looking out the window outside, going, "Did I just?" Nope, engine's still running. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, the good thing is when you accidentally hit the auto cutoff, if you pop it back up to where it's getting fuel again quick enough, they don't shut down. They just kind of sputter.
Right. So speed is coming up a little bit because of our height.
Alright, so we are 100 nautical miles from the airport. We are expected to land in another 37 minutes, give or take. This has definitely been a long flight in these planes.
Oh, it won't let me go up to 32 because I'm on autopilot.
Oh. What won't let you go up to 32? Or 32 what?
Times 32 speed.
Oh.
So we're flying like at twice.
Well, if you can get up to like 16, that's 16 minutes for every 1 minute.
I'm at 16 now.
Yes, I think that's 16 in-game minutes for every one real-time minute.
Leave those lights on. Good there. Those are off. That's good there. I don't think we need carb heat right now. So I have them all the way at the top of the green. It's given me a speed of, once it cycles through, 42 or so. So we're over the edge of the water already. I gotta get the Rex 4 done right too. Although some of this water might not be too bad in the more generic form. Before, either later, before you go, or we'll figure out a time tomorrow, I'll message you or whatever.
Okay.
I want to catch with you and find out what water you're doing.
Okay.
And that way we can coordinate clouds, because I'm not sure, did you say that you like the clouds that Zig and I have? Because I think ours are almost the same.
I'm actually fairly okay with mine.
Okay. But I was thinking we could sort of match some of that stuff up, and then also if you need any more help with your intro that you're working on.
Okay.
But I know you've got real life issues to deal with. I do too, so that's why we'll try and hit that up. But
yeah, you know, I'm very rarely around on Discord until later in the evening, so Steam's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Okay. I'll send them that way, and then let's see. This would be a good point to point out for those that are watching. Check out Zig. Ooh, I'm making a turn. God dang it! That was half scary. Thing like rolled over.
But you should be coming up on me pretty quick then, because I can still see land.
Yeah. I gotta jump back to normal because I think it killed the autopilot because of how far it had to.
Zig hasn't come back yet?
No, not yet.
Or did his mic crap out?
That's possible too. GPS. Nav lock. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking behind me to see if I can see you coming up on me.
Well, I'm on regular speed because I'm flying. Something wasn't set right, and I had to auto fix it.
Hey, I'm in international waters. Anything I do for the next 20 minutes is is completely legal.
Well, that's why they did it on your plane, because they knew that you'd take that opportunity.
Hurry up, throw the goat out.
You're what, 7,500 feet? You're going to throw the goat out?
Do you think I want to land at an airport and explain why there's a goat in a closet?
Do you want to explain to the Coast Guard, U.S. Navy, Libyan Navy, whatever, why there's a goat falling out of the sky?
It's international water. Why do they care?
You don't think they're monitoring that?
I highly doubt they'll be able to pick up a goat falling out of a C-47.
They've been tracking your C-47 over Libya for like the last 2 days.
I'll just say, I don't know, it must have been Moondog. He was getting back at me because he thought I buried his plane in the sand.
Is that it? Okay.
But it was actually, hey, I can see land in front of me. Yay.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm watching my thing here. So while we're doing this, I don't even think I have a title on the other one either. Moondog flies. Oh, that would be the other keyboard. All right. Now that I've changed direction here and stuff, let's do this. Let's come up here. Options. 16.
Did you hop back in my stream?
Not yet.
Well then, welcome, random person who has stopped in. Don't be shy, say hi. And they're gone.
Tripoli to Benghazi. Benghazi.
Okay. Benghazi.
Okay, I did get it right. HLLT to HLLB. Alright. So I'm changing this as well. That's all saved, so we've got that. That's good. That's good. Stream health's good. I want to thank TV for sticking around and watching. I don't know where I'm at or where I'm going at the moment. With 16 speed, it does not like.
Look behind, see if I can see you coming.
No, because I'm not even on GPS correctly.
Oh, you're not?
No. I've made up some distance. If you look at the FS join map.
I don't have enough screen space to.
I've got so much overlap. I know what you're talking about. Here, we'll do this. We'll pull it. No.
Christ, I need a 40-inch TV above me to spread everything out so I can see.
I've got that, and I still don't have enough room. So let's go to that. There we go. So this is where it's updated with what's going on. I'm actually not too far from that guy, and that's one of those is Zig and one of those is Draco.
I'm the second one.
Yeah, and then mine is actually says Moondog. That one says actually Zig, and that one says 9QCUK. So in other words, that's 9Q9 quick up Chuck.
Well, that did happen in the back of my plane earlier, so.
That's his other name, so.
But yeah, that's actually my call letters, 9Q-CUK.
Yeah, and that's what it should be. But with FS join, I think it is sort of better if we do put it with the
see, I don't know
like
why I
name
went to,
tag.
I don't know why I went to that, because I did change all of mine. I did change it.
But you have to change it with each plane that you do it with.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I can't be bothered with all that. I can barely get my stream running and my plane up in the air.
Well, that's okay. Alright, so let's do the...
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
You're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, my wife just got back from the Incubus concert, so I was getting the lowdown.
The full skinny on it? Okay.
Well, they had like a meet and greet thing, so they got to meet him and talk to him. And
At least you went to see
yada,
a good
yada, yada.
band.
You think that's a good band?
I like Incubus.
You like Stinkubus? I am not a fan, so.
I mean, and by like them, I mean there's a few songs I like. I don't know all of their songs, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some sort of meet and greet deal and got to hang out with them for a little bit. The singer was digging on my wife's tattoos, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so Zig's 7.2 miles ahead of me.
What are you doing? 32? 20? 16?
I had to do 16. It wouldn't let me do any more than that.
Oh, it wouldn't?
No.
32 was just freak out mode?
It said you cannot do it on autopilot, so.
Hi, Moondog.
Oh, okay.
There's no screens, there's no our skin.
Oh yeah,
There's no
you're in
skins.
my view, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was getting it back on flight path, so we're here. All right, I caught up. Take that.
How about that?
We are flying together. Come on, I changed that. That should be that.
Christ, it feels like we're at a snail's pace tonight.
It's been sand and now it's just been water. And I
have
can
not been
land
snail.
off on the horizon.
Yeah, I got excited when I saw the land. I was like, land!
Land ho!
All the outside views are doing this. Okay. Wait a minute. Last time it was 16 speed. Now it's only regular speed. Okay.
It all looks the same over sand and water, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
No, some of the lines zipping by was awfully quick. It did look like it was sped up. All right, so you guys are now pulling away from me at this speed.
I'm at 148.
I'm at 153.
And I'm at 143.
Come on, punch it, Marge. Let's go.
I have to try to... Although, you know what? Ernie hasn't said anything during this trip.
Well, it's probably because you're going 16 times the speed of sound. He probably just threw up.
He's a little cross-eyed. Yeah.
He just threw up and passed out. And Nancy's plastered to the back of the plane.
Yeah, at 16 speed. She can't even walk the aisle. Deliver any beverages.
You guys are both at 6,000 and I'm at 65, so we shouldn't collide. So, you know what that means. I'll drop it down. Get a little closer.
Well, thanks for the sub, Poke Channel. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, we're just flying over sand and water tonight, but we got some land on the horizon there.
Usually
we should be landing here before too long, or trying to.
Usually the streams aren't this devoid of, well, anything.
I don't know. It's been interesting somewhat the whole time.
Yeah, well, we are in Africa, you know. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're on the world tour, you know what I mean?
I mean, hell, at least would have hoped to see like an elephant or something.
Wow.
At 6,000 feet, you're going to expect to see an elephant. And actually, the elephants are down in the jungle portion, not up here in the desert.
we're in the desert biome. Not to, change it over to another game. Like BP says, we play one game and talk about another.
Or four others.
We want to be in the desert biome. But
all right, I was losing ground to you. Now I'm catching up a little bit.
Well, that's pretty good catching up that fast though at 16 speed. I've never flown at 16 speed. That's kind of like, is that like in Star Wars when they hit like hyperspace or whatever?
Actually, it sort of was.
Well, it's
Thomas,
kind of like that.
What plane? This is the Douglas or Manfred Jan Douglas C-47. So, nice 2-engine prop.
So,
awesome freeware plane.
Yep.
Yeah, freeware, very detailed, and we are harassing the co-pilot Ernie. Ernie?
Yeah, it comes. Ernie comes with a co-pilot that reads off your checklist and stuff.
Right.
And then seems to get drunk halfway through the flight and sings to you.
Yep, my buddy.
And I mean, there's some severe detail. I mean, I've gone around looking at the little panels on everything, and everything is detailed, including if you come up to the wiper pressure module, the wiper hydraulics, Cleveland, Ohio. I still like that. That's cool.
I like how you can see the individual rivets.
Yeah.
The panels on the plane.
And I mean, for freeware, they've got the bungee cord bungee in.
Yeah.
It's not like two white lines there and you go, what the heck? I mean, it's...
And when you're on the ground and you're firing up the engines, it's vibrating around that compass on the bungee cord.
Hey, Zig,
it's like, yeah.
You want to tell me why there's hoof marks, hoof imprints on the side of my plane?
You're going to have to talk to Ernie, and I'm not saying nothing. But it might have to do with the goat.
Well, while you was gone, we were telling the rest of the... He's trying to throw the goat out over international water.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Well, I'm like, I don't want to land with a goat in my plane.
Just keep him in the broom closet. He'll be fine. Nobody'll know. He'll be quiet. I promise. We gave him a little something, something.
Oh God, where did this stream just go to?
Well, it went left to center a while ago, but we're trying to put it all the way over in the ditch in the snow.
No, it's not even in the ditch. It just ended up in the gutter.
Well, if we listen to you, it started in the gutter when I started talking.
That's true.
So what? I'm like 39 miles out. Where are you guys?
I'm 44.
46.
So in about 9 miles or so, we should be able to get I should be able to get a runway assignment. Yeah. Not that that matters because I wasn't really able to find any charts. So.
And I'm 5 miles behind you.
We're just going to be winging it.
That's not too bad. I mean, we can find it.
We'll survive.
But really, at the end of the day, we do just kind of fly on a wing and a prayer.
Well, for the most part, yeah.
A wing and a prayer, yeah.
Usually the passengers praying and us flying on one wing.
Well, if you pull up, you know, the program in the GPS, sat-nav, Google Earth thing, you have 15 and 33 left and right. ILS is on 15 left. You have VOR on 15 left and 33 right. and you have NDB. Can't remember what that is.
Non-directional beacon.
Non-directional beacon. So
Sure, that sounds good. Yeah.
on 15 right and 33 left.
I mean, I'm guessing that's what NBD stands for. I mean, about as good as any.
Okay. I bumped up throttle and everything. I'm at 156 and you guys are still pulling away.
I'm at 153, so I shouldn't be pulling away.
I'm at 148. I'm definitely not pulling away.
Draco's pulling away a little bit.
But I do need
Zig, I think you're about the same.
Well, I'm catching up with Zig. I'm about 4.8 out.
I do need an environmental break here before we do landing procedures and such. Be right back.
Alright, 7 miles I'll be able to pick up the airport.
Limit speeds in knots. Never exceed 228 knots. Normal operating 180, gear down 126.
The only way
Flaps 25 at 135.
the only way this plane's going over 200 knots is if it's falling out of the sky.
Okay. Fly in Alaska again. When you're looking at your speed, I have it up on mine here on the one panel that's got the flight, the engines, and all that.
Yep.
156 is
Your
indicated speed,
Yep.
and 174 is ground speed?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm 153 and 170.
Well, I'm 156 and 174. I should be catching you, but we're holding almost same distance.
But, I mean, it is only a 4-knot difference, so it's not...
It's not going to increase that much. I mean, if I wanted to, I could do the drop down and sink and catch some speed, but...
Because I'm going, what, almost 10 knots faster than Zig, and I'm still haven't caught him.
So, yeah, let's do that.
Alright, in 3 miles we will raise the airport, get our get our runway landing clearance, and we'll start our landing checklist. Because that last 30 miles goes by really quick when you're doing your checklist and trying to get lined up on the runway.
Yeah. So you just pulled another. It's now signifying 2 nautical miles. You're slowly pulling away from me.
Am I?
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah, I just don't know how that's happening if you're faster than me.
Well, I'm slowly
Ernie, what's
sinking down
happening?
to 150 or to 5,000. And I mean slowly, like at 200 feet. And I've got my speed up to 162, so I should shrink it down again a little bit.
Well, hell, Ernie, I'd be sleepy too if I was up all night burying a damn plane.
Well, see, that's what you get. You get sleepy co-pilots when you're trying to bury my plane.
It wasn't my fault.
That's what you keep saying. The one that's denying it the most was probably the one in charge.
Even Zig said I was asleep.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I need that tower.
What
Burying my plane. Burying my plane.
Ernie's complaining that he's tired.
Oh, yeah, it was a late night. It took us a while to get that plane buried. You know, even though Larry's sister's brother-in-law had the skid steer, it still took us a little while.
Alright, runway 15 right is what I got.
Oh wait, we can do that already?
Yep, 28 miles out.
Let's see.
What are you talking about? I can get it, and I'm further out. Oh, no, I just crossed the 29.
Alright.
Okay, before landing, checklist. Mixture, Auto rich.
15 right.
Prop control.
2991.
High RPM.
15 right, is that what you got,
flaps.
Draco?
Yep.
Set trail. Fuel
Yep.
pumps. Both on. Landing lights. Checked on.
So that probably means
Cabin
we need to start
signs.
descent.
Yeah, I'm going through
Check
my
both on.
landing
Flaps.
checklist.
Going through your landing checklist.
Yeah, just getting some of the preliminary stuff out of the way. That's off for right now.
Back off on the speed throttle a little bit here. Into our descent. How many miles out are we?
I'm 25, so
20. Oh shit. I need to drop some altitude quick. Oh, well, I'm not too high up. It's not too bad. I'll be alright. Is there a, has anybody looked on GPS? Do we have an approach that we can use or what?
If you do NDB, and I'm doing just vector in.
IL, what did they give us? 15 right?
Yep.
Or 15 left?
15 right.
15 right?
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna line up and hand fly it in like I normally do.
Well, that's what I'm basically doing. I just pulling in the vector on that one.
Have you loaded that flight? No, you haven't loaded it yet, have you?
Yeah.
No. You did?
I loaded it. I haven't activated it yet, but I've
Well, that's what I
loaded
meant. Did you? You didn't activate it yet?
it. No.
Alright.
You know,
But-
just thinking about it, I haven't. The GPS hasn't blown a circuit in a while. Remember how I was having that problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't keep it up on the screen very long though, because I'm scared it's gonna blow a fuse or whatever happens.
I got mine on my second screen.
Heading.
Wait, is that like civilization over there?
Yeah, it's an actual town.
No kidding. Look at that. Something besides sand and water. That's amazing. Haven't seen like buildings and stuff in what, like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Alright. After takeoff. Before landing. Well, before landing should be as you're actually starting to come into your approach, right?
More or less.
I would think,
So-
but Draco's doing his early, so you know.
Well, I'm 18 miles out from the airport now.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me 14. Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 19.
Yeah, that might not be
I've-
a bad idea, I guess.
I've rotated to sort of get. I'm not flying on GPS. I'm flying rotated so I can catch the vector and come in a little bit better.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and activate the approach. So I don't forget.
Hey Panda, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
And
Hello,
it didn't
Panda.
It didn't change anything. Hey, Panda. Mixture, auto rich. Okay.
Alright.
Let's see. Poked channel. You sub. Make sure that you also click in the button for the little bell to get notified when he starts streaming.
Yeah, I am just getting ready. I'm getting ready to get onto approach now.
Yeah, all three of us are.
Oh, don't worry. I suck at spelling too. I went to public schools.
let's see. We're starting to get in close here, and if we move the plane around, we
I
have
don't think we need to
Draco
land.
off to my right.
I don't think we're ready for landing gear yet, are we?
Where are you at?
I don't know.
I think you're over top of the airport.
I'm 9 miles out.
Yeah. He said it's straight for the airport. He's going to have
Yeah.
to veer left a little bit here at some point.
No, I activated the approach and
I see approach B
Panda, if you're interested, instead of getting it on Steam, what was the other website that you could get it for $12.50?
the Humble store.
Yeah.
Humble Store.
Yep. It's on sale right now for $12.50 at the Humble store. Google it up if you're not familiar. I believe if you buy something there, because I have before, they'll give you a Steam key, and then you can go to Steam and put in that key and download it from Steam. So
Yeah.
that's the best deal going right now, is for $12.50, or close to that.
Probably depending on nationalities and
Could be,
such.
depending on where you're at.
Yeah. Country, so that exchange rate and stuff of that
Right.
nature.
And then if you wanna come fly with us, we use Join FS more now than what we were.
I'm not
Yeah,
even going to try and pronounce your name. I'm just going to go with Sebas, because that's you have like 5 names in your name there. But awesome, thanks for welcome to the stream, and thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to try and land this thing here pretty soon.
Make sure that you, if you're interested, all 3 of us, Draco,
The website's called
myself,
Humble.
and all- yeah,
Humble.com.
we all stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
Draco is 411 ZIgZagy, which you're already in.
Sorry if I get a little quiet here, but we're coming into final approach here, so got to pay a little bit of attention finally.
Of course, everyone wants to stop in and see if you guys crash it in the
See
sand.
if I crash. Speaking of, my speed is down to yeah.
Mine's up to 180,
Watch that.
so I'm trying to back off.
I started having some red lights come on there because I was going too slow.
I'm at 148.
I'm down to 131. But
Basic.
I had slowed it down for the. Oh, look at that! There's the runway right there. What in the world is going on with this approach? I'm gonna see where it's gonna take me here. It's gonna take me off and loop around, I guess. I don't know.
Fuel pumps
15.
We'll just ride it out.
both on. Landing lights
330 is
checked on.
15 and
Cabin
33.
signs checked both on.
We're
Flaps.
gonna loop this way for a second.
That's our runway right there, folks. I think. I don't know what the approach is going to take us on here, but clearly we're not going to land from this position, so...
It looks like the approach should take you out over the water. Then
Yeah, it's over the water and comes back. I'm already over the water. I'm going to be turning into final approach here in a moment.
yeah.
Well, how did you do that?
I programmed it in, saw what it was, and started vectoring in that direction. It's not difficult to change your heading bug and keep you on course.
Oh, well, I'm not that advanced, man.
I'm making my turn onto final now.
I mean, you guys always go. Moondog runs off on his own. You never know. Yeah, well, Moondog runs off on his own because it tries to set himself up the correct direction. All right, so now we're gonna.
Flaps set in 1/4. Landing gear.
Is correct.
Yeah, it's going to take me out here and do a loop-de-loop or something. We'll ride it out and see what happens.
Um, 15 is half of that is about 70. Get that
So
to
you got
there, and then we'll.
That airplane you see coming straight at you, that's me. Just say.
Well, I'm not
So,
quite there yet, but
Look out! Look out! Coming right at you.
You
Oh, I
might
see
actually
you.
be coming at me.
I'm coming at one of you.
Gears going down.
Because you guys didn't follow the proper approach.
Yeah, I did. I went out
Wait a
over the
minute.
water.
I did it?
Gear down. Green light down. Green light. Sail wheel locked. Landing
I
checklist
activated the
complete.
approach, and this is the path that it took me on. Oh, see, now I'm going to veer right out of your way. Look at that. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I got right out of your way. It's going to take me out here and do me a loop-de-loop, and spin me around, and head me right back.
Spin you
Not
right
a
around.
loop-de-loop, but you know, it's going to take me on a sweeping left-hand turn. That's
We
what I
are
was trying
landing
to say.
at Benghazi, Libya.
Yeah.
Where
Watch out for the RPG fire. That's all I'm saying.
we are on our North African leg of our world tour.
Yeah. On our way to Egypt is where we're headed. We have to fly over this terrorist state. Don't want to get political, but we've all heard of Benghazi, right?
Flaps.
There's a lot of people here in Benghazi. It's a pretty big town.
Yep. Right. Trust me, this isn't even the PS don't get blown up, yeah.
Yeah, right. Watch out. I'm telling you, watch out for the RPGs. It's a thing around here.
Sad thing is, this isn't even the most dangerous airport we've ever landed at.
It's not?
No.
Gravel runway in Alaska during the winter.
All right. I just want to point out, I took off last because of sand and an airplane, okay?
Yeah.
Someone buried my plane. I
Yeah.
did have to speed up to get to you guys, but then I was still behind you and then regular speed.
Oh.
And I'm now lined up on the runway first.
No,
Just-
I'm lined
just
up
saying.
on
All I'm saying is that was
No.
Ernie's idea. I don't know anything more than it was Ernie's idea. I'm just
Yeah, we're on Discord,
Just saying.
Panda.
Douglas Charlie, uniform kilo, cleared to land, runway 15 right.
What, are you ahead of me
Cleared to
somehow?
land,
Yeah.
runway 15 right. Douglas Charlie, uniform kilo.
Well, you're 2,100 feet. I'm at like 12.
yeah, and we're doing a. I'm doing. How am I gonna? I led the whole way here, and I'm gonna be the last guy landing.
Well, you know,
You're almost always the last one landing, though.
That's all right. You guys figure it out, and I'll come in and ace it.
autopilot off. Clear to land, yes, got it.
How far out are you from the runway, though, Moondog?
About 5 miles.
Okay, I'm 2 miles.
Yeah. And one thing I should do is we'll fold that, full mixture, flaps, landing lights. We're all set. Oh, trailing up. And fuel pumps. Cabin lights. Brace for impact. Got it.
What runway are we on?
15
15
right.
Okay. So, 'cause I'm seeing 2 of them there, and I just want to verify. Because we're gonna go ahead and drop our gear. I think that's the last thing we got to do on our gear's going down. Ernie says. He was saying something a little bit different about that last night. Not going down. What? Huh?
It's like, don't make me freaking laugh right when I'm getting ready to land.
Right, you just have to talk to Ernie about that. I don't know anything about that. gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot off, and I don't know, we look to be a little bit high. It's a little residual from last night, I think.
A little bit low. Finally got into the glide slope.
They're up.
Power the rest of the way. Set it down.
Come on, get that tail down already.
Yeah, there's a freaking plane in my way.
I told you I was on final first.
It's alright. I'm slowing up.
Douglas Charlie, Uniform Kilo, turn next taxiway.
So what we gotta do.
Well, give it time, Panda. Moondog's still trying to land, so you might just land right on top of me.
What are you talking? I'm right behind you.
Are you?
I mean, literally, I'm right behind you.
So I shouldn't hit the brakes real hard then.
Probably not a good idea.
Douglas Charlie, Uniform Kilo, exit runway when able. Douglas Charlie, Uniform Kilo, contact ground on 121.9. 121. I need that ground. Douglas Niner, Quebec Charlie, Uniform Kilo, taxi to parking. Douglas Niner, Quebec Charlie, Uniform Kilo, taxi to general aviation parking. Same taxiway Charlie. Taxi to fuel, Douglas Charlie, Uniform Kilo. Manina, ground, Pacifica 90613, ready to taxi IFR. Pacifica 90613, taxi to and hold short on runway 15, right, to taxiway Foxtrot Alpha.
Alright, so we're gonna go right over here to parking. General aviation parking.
Yep, that's where I'm sort of headed, following you.
Oh, that wasn't a good one.
Bounce it a little bit.
Oh, a little bit. Yo, 3 times.
I think mine actually bounced, and I don't know how I bounced because I was
Yeah.
coming in under the glide slope most of the way.
Ernie's hung over. That's why we bounced it, pretty sure. Let's see if we go to here.
Awkward silence.
Taking you right to the fuel pumps.
Yep, of course. What the hell is it with this game? It seems like everywhere in North Africa they park us at the fuel pump.
They want to get us fueled up so we can take off. There it is.
Alright, and we're going to make our turn right here.
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but a little rough. Not gonna lie.
What'd you do? Did you set it on the beginning of the runway? Because you got that stopped pretty quick.
I did. Came in low, and you know, so I slammed it down. I skipped about 3 times.
Yeah, Panda, I am planning on streaming tomorrow. About 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time. I don't know what time that would be for you, so you just have to kind of extrapolate from there. I'm going to do a little bit of air hauler, passenger flights tomorrow in my 377. I guess I can pull up some more.
Gonna exit to the right of the runway, but I have a feeling it's gonna want me to go somewhere else when it's all said and done.
No, you want to go right.
Yep, you want to go right. The website is called humble.com. I don't know how to spell that though. So.
Humble.
Okay, after landing checklist. Cowl flaps
So we'll jump
full open.
inside the plane.
Flaps. Flaps are confirmed up.
this
Landing
under the
lights
screen because we hadn't done that
are
yet.
off.
All right, so
Heat
shut
of heat.
down.
Checked off. Fuel pumps
All right, we're gonna taxi on in here.
off. Trim. Set to 0.
So Humble's a cool place to buy stuff.
After landing checklist complete.
I bought games there before, and they basically give you a Steam
Shut
key,
down checklist.
and you can download
Mixture.
it straight from Steam.
Idle cutoff. Magnetos and ignition master.
They have sales going on just like Steam does.
Both off. Tail wheel unlocked. Parking brake set and checked. Wheel chocks. Chocks are set. Lights. Off. Inverters is off. Avionics off. Generators both off.
So I am
Cabin
cold
signs
and dark.
off. Battery that's off. Shutdown checklist complete.
All right, and we are shut down.
Maybe that's why I bounced. No, I had flaps at 25. Maybe I should have had it at 50 actually.
Oh, maybe. But then again, I only gave it one set of flaps.
All right, let's
Right off.
do this. Let's pull this in a little bit tighter here.
Now
You
Zig's
can
gonna.
see the different loops, D-loops, and stuff that happen. One line that comes in like so. This is me looping out and back in and coming in. This one here, I'm assuming was Draco, who came in and then snuck in ahead of me. And then this line that comes all the way into the airport and then loops up and out and loops back around and comes back in.
All right,
That was me.
Hey,
so
was
well,
it? But aside from that, though, we all had pretty good landings. I mean, with this plane, a bounce on the front gear, as long as it's not like smash, bang, crunch.
Is three bounces okay?
Three bounces is okay as long as it's more like a skip and not like
Yeah.
a smash it in.
It was kind of like when you go skipping stones at the river. You know
Okay.
that's kind of how my landing was. I'm just saying.
so Panda, those are all add-ons to FSX. So Sky Chaser, I can't see what that one is. My eyes are blurry. And Piper Aztec.
Have you been drinking?
No, I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
Those are all add-ons to FSX. So like the Piper Aztec is a plane.
Yeah.
Could you get much closer to my wingtip there, Zig?
Nope. Not much. Couldn't get any closer. I'm just pulling it in.
And you got
You,
Moondog's wing inside yours.
yeah,
well,
and you do know
wait,
if you
what?
had probably pulled up much closer, I would have wrecked
Yeah.
because it
You still got that
defaulted right-
turned on?
it defaulted it when I loaded it. I
Oh,
didn't even
come
stop to look
on.
at it. So yeah, don't give me that.
Oh, Moondog.
Why?
Turn that crap off once and for all. Let's get that done.
I'll do that here in a moment. Once we get done, wrap this all up.
Whoa,
But yeah,
son.
FSX itself should still be on sale, and those are all add-ons. And actually, that's not a bad price. They got the Piper Aztec for like $8.
Yeah, that's good.
And Sky Chaser, I don't know if Sky Chaser is a plane or if it's an add-on for like.
That's like it's like Easy Dock. It's a camera utility.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, I didn't really realize that, but people are kind of like moving towards that away from Easy Dock.
Yeah. Well, Chase plane is the new thing.
Yep.
All right, so
But if it's working fine, why leave it? I
Yep.
mean, I'm finding out a few of those things.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
FS Cloud or FS Join. We do join because of this. We can quite literally look like here. We all see each other like this, and it's not just now. It's in the flight too. We're not trying to find out, are we all lined up? Is the 2 mile distance actually 2 miles, or is it 1 mile because of the latency? That's why we do this.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end my stream here. Thank you, everybody who stopped in, and everybody who might watch this in the future. I will be trying to stream tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time. Going to be trying to do some air hauler, so you can pop in and watch me on that. Also, make sure that you hit that like or subscribe button, and if you want to catch more streams also and get notified, make sure you hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. Also, check out everybody in the Monkey Show crew. ZIgZagy, MrMoondog88, the Bipolar Prophet, Cavalier Roy, Farmer Dad, Stu B. They're all linked in my channel in the Monkey Show crew. So make sure you give them a watch, and if you like what you see with them, make sure you subscribe to them too. So until next time, I will see you guys later.